We are back to the top now. This is event number 45, the men's under 23 lightweight double. Lane 2, we have Vesper. Lane 3, Calgary. Lane 4, Conshohocken. Lane 5, University of Victoria. Lane 6, Guelph. Lane 7, Ridley Grad.
This is a seeded event, so our last race, the men's senior lightweight pair, was a straight final. This is not, so these athletes in lane 4, 5, and 6 will be our fastest crews coming out of semifinals.
Absolutely. We were talking about 5 heats on Thursday into 3 semifinals yesterday on Friday, down to the 6 athletes you see here today. I know when they started this event, there were 32 entries.
Wow, so definitely a lot of racing for these lightweight guys. Having had to come through heats and then semifinals, they'll have had to weigh in each of the last 2 days, and of course this morning as well. As lightweight athletes, they will have to weigh in, step on the scale in actually the room we're broadcasting from right now, at 72.5 kilograms. That's about 160 pounds. So they've had to do that this morning, yesterday, Friday, and Thursday, of course, for their heats. So just one more thing for them to be aware of, one more thing to balance and consider through their training, through their preparation for regattas. Can just see the umpires here sitting in the foreground and far on the other side of the course in the background, waiting to jump in, make sure this is going to be a clean, safe, and fair race. Of course, there's another umpire basically either immediately behind or beside our camera shot right now at the starting gates. They're the aligner position. They're going to be making sure that all the bows, Ali, as you said earlier, are aligned with, you can just see a yellow marker on the far side of the pond. That's really a yellow and a black marker. All of the bow balls need to be aligned, and clearly they were as the race has started.
You can see there the Vesper double of Campbell Cole and Sam Lindsay. Only 6 events ago, 1 gold. So they have come right out of the dock. They probably didn't even have time necessarily to go collect their plaque and their medals. They probably would have gone right back to the dock, grabbed their double pretty quickly, and headed up.
Wow, that's a really quick turnaround. So we'll see what they can do. I'm sure they wouldn't be in this event, particularly in this final, if they weren't confident in their training and their ability. So we'll see if they can make it kind of a back-to-back.
For sure, Vesper taking gold in the men's under 23 light or under 23 quad. And now we see them here, Campbell Cole and Sam Lindsay in lane 2 of the men's under 23 lightweight double.
Of course, the University of Victoria crew, Sebastian and Christian Gulka, they are brothers. They do attend the University of Victoria, so they raced last year for Team British Columbia, their provincial team in the Canada Summer Games. Certainly no slouches, very aware of the standard of high quality, high caliber racing. They're gonna, not lie down, certainly, and let this race happen.
For sure. They also won a bronze medal at the 2017 Canadian University Rowing Championships together in the lightweight men's double. On the far side, Ridley Grad in lane 7. I know Sam Court is his sister. Laura Court is coxswain for Team Canada. Laura is a 2-time world champion and current holder of a world's best time in the women's under 23 8. His partner, Cade, just finished his freshman year at Cornell.
I did not know that. That's really exciting and a good, obviously, really a local touch, but good to see another family connection, obviously, within the sport.
I'm sure Laura is very excited watching her brothers race. Last year's winner in this event was from Argentina. Again, one of the international crews that we do tend to see at Canadian Henley, winning in a time of 6:27.23. They are racing for the Thomas Croston Trophy. Thomas Croston rowed for the Vancouver Rowing Club. He was involved in staging the 1970 World Rowing Championships here on the Henley course. Tom was president of the Canadian Association of Amateur Oarsmen in 1974 and again in 1975. In his later years, he was a Finnish judge here at Henley.
So, of course, the Henley course here in St. Catharines, Ontario, has hosted the World Championships on 2 occasions, 1970 and 1999. The 1999 occasion was actually the last time that World Rowing had their kind of championship event here in North America until last year when they went down to Sarasota, Florida, and had, as I understand, a very successful, well-run event down there. And the athletes now in the men's under 23 lightweight double. approaching the halfway marker, approaching the 1,000-meter pylon. So this race is now halfway done, halfway dusted, and we'll see. It does seem to be, I think, Guelph with their bow pretty much in line, neck and neck with the University of Victoria. Perhaps not surprising, the Gulka brothers, as I was saying before, high caliber racers, very well experienced on the club and Canadian circuit. But of course, Spencer Keelar doing really well so far this week, had an excellent race in the under 23 lightweight men's single on Thursday. He came second to Nick Grubik by half a second. That was a remarkably close race. And actually, he and his partner, Thomas Markowicz, won the senior men's lightweight double by a commanding 7 seconds over Hanlon. So they know what needs to be done. The caliber of racing here, we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2. I'm sure the Gulka brothers out of University of Victoria in the lane next to them, lane 5, are again, they're not going to allow this race to happen to them. They're going to be fighting back and trying to claw back into that race.
I'm sure the University of Victoria, their coach Albert, tuning in from basically halfway across the planet right now in Shanghai with the FISU, the World University Games coach out there.
Albert, of course, a mainstay of kind of Canadian rowing. He's always present. He was here down for schoolboy, talking to potential recruits. Of course, he's been the University of Victoria men's coach for a number of years now, always boating really competitive crews.
It's not really Henley without Albert, is it?
It's kind of weird. But yeah, we are seeing as the athletes draw past the island, approaching the final 500-meter pylon. It does seem to be Guelph's race right now. The pair of Spencer and Thomas, coached by Michael Alcorn, doing a really good job so far, staying clean, just rowing fairly upright, particularly bow seat Spencer Keelar. Not a lot of body angle. He is, of course, getting his shoulders past his hips, being able to load up the legs, and they have really opened up quite a lead in that third 500. That is impressive considering it was fairly tight with the University of Victoria, but they must have made some move, Guelph, in that third 500 to get a commanding amount of open water.
Really exciting to see such a strong performance from Guelph. Again, this is a summer program perhaps for athletes who are local Guelph athletes, but also could be returning to race for the University of Guelph in the fall.
It'll be interesting to watch the Canadian University circuit. Hopefully this is a race that kind of plays itself out again at the Canadian University Championships in November.
I certainly wouldn't put it past them. I know when we look at the Calgary Rowing Club double as well in lane 3, you know, Tavis also rowing for the University of Western Ontario. So there's quite a few athletes that I'm sure will line up again come September, October, November.
Excellent, and perhaps even some of them going back after Canadian University Championships the next week in Burnaby to the National Rowing Championships.
Watching now as the buoys have turned red. These athletes are into the last 250 meters. Spencer and Thomas looking very strong. It looks like it certainly is their race. They look very clean. They're trying to keep things together. I'm sure exhaustion starting to set in. But this could be an exciting 2 for 2 in terms of gold medals here.
Really well rowed to those two. Excellently executed. Really clean. Does seem to be, kind of their race from beginning to end, and making it 2 for 2 for them for this week. Certainly in the double, of course, Spencer did just miss out maybe in the single, using that, I think, right now as motivation. And there you go. Oh.
Almost going for an unintentional swim there between Thomas and Spencer. But a phenomenal race for Guelph winning the under 23 men's lightweight double.
Perhaps a lot of effort expended, I'm sure, to win that race, to get their bow that far ahead for really the whole 2,000-meter race. So yeah, well done, and just a bit of a close call there where they almost took a bit of a spill.
Don't let go of your handles, Brent.
You know, it's sculling. I get really confused when I get two oars in front of me. I probably would have gone in.
Unofficially, of course, congratulations to the Guelph Rowing Club winning the under 23 men's lightweight double in a time of 6:57.47.